Muslim, Christian, Jew, Hindu, Buddhist, and atheist 1, 2, and all in between. This is for the absolute positive, good God and truth of you, only crossing bigger and better. If you've heard anything I've stated, you will know that I state that all faith is negative to only crossing all, one more positive always than a negative way to keep them good as truth. And for this reason alone, no faith is good as truth, and is only a static, twisted, scattered, blinding, undefined lie on what is good as truth. See, I'm going to explain something to you in more than one way. That way you can articulate it back and figure it out for yourself. A fact table, right, is held up by 3 legs or better, okay? And what that means is there's the God of the fact, there's the truth of the fact, and there's the reality of the fact, okay? Now, here's how this states to the reality check of mankind, okay? Only incarnate out good with God as truth. One more positive than negative always. It's the neutral of nothing, and it's the only way you can add up, stay, or be good with God as truth, only to an absolute bigger, better here and now of your reality check. The God, truth, reality check of it. A fact of God check of it. Check a fact table with it. And that's why, if you articulate faithfully, right, instead of rightfully, truthfully, one more positive to the good truth of God of you, Christ-like, with the thieving Holy Spirit out, good God and truth of Allah of all for everlasting peace I am, right? If you incarnate less than that, you only do it with faith, you see? Because all faith is negatively deficient of knowing what's always good for it as truth. And it's to only be one more positive than negative. It's the only Christ-like way, bigger, better, absolute way of you more positive than negative, good as truth. With the God of Allah of all for everlasting peace I am. See? All for everlasting peace, right? Has to stay more positive consistently than negative to be good as truth. It's the only way you can add up, stay, or be lasting as a matter good as truth to the reality check of your shape, form, and mass, only crossing an absolute bigger, better here and now view, alive and well, good as truth. And no faith states that way. All faiths state that things cross bad, evil, and sinful, right? Which is just a lie on negative things. They need to bring back more positive to be good as truth, the absolute bigger, better of the here and now reality check of them. See, no faith articulates only absolute bigger and better to the here and now for the reality check of them, because no faith only states good as truth the only way you can. One more positive than negative always as the consistent polarity preset way of your being, man. It's the only good of God as truth, only crossing bigger and better. You can't suffer out of existence, decay, disintegrate, or die that rightful, truthful way. And you can't age out that rightful, truthful way. If you only cross all you are from your mind through your body to the world, only one more positive, only adding up good as truth, lasting to an absolute bigger, better here and now matter of your life, good as truth, you see? Alive and well. And no faith articulates that. It articulates that you cross bad, evil, and sinful, and all those things to it is static, twisted, scattered, blinding, and undefined. It's a bias on all things good as truth, because it doesn't bring the negatives of them always back one more positive to keep them good as truth. And this is the reality check, right, of our governments. This is the reality check of our religions. And this is the reality check of what I'm stating to you, man. Only cross us consistently as a whole around the world, only one more positive than negative with your decision making. It's the only lasting way you can be good as truth as your leadership and matter, only to an absolute bigger, better here and now view. And if not, nothing can protect you. Your bombs can't protect you. Your bullets can't protect you. Your people can't protect you. See, I'm going to show you something. Everything in creation of existence only articulates one more positive than negative here and now as its matter, okay? Now, that is the reality check of a more positive universe than a negative. It's the neutral nothing of you. And here's the thing. All you are of atoms crossing and bonding, right, are only one more positive than all negativity that could ever destroy them anywhere in time and space. Even a black hole can't destroy them. And if you only state your polarity to bond out one more positive than all negativity, good as the truth of you from the inside out at 360 degrees, that will be the absolute bigger, better here and now of your matter, no matter what, to reality check, because that's how all creation of existence to the reality check of mankind and bonding atoms to the reality of matter works. There's no other way about it. All else is a faithful delusion. It's a lie. It's static, twisted, scattered, blind, and undefined. And I'll tell you something about it. See, since the beginning, since the never-ending beginning of all mankind creation of existence, okay? When you cross negative with negativity, right, you incarnate the devil of you, okay? Just like to cross one more positive is the good truth of God of you, right? To cross negative with negativity, you incarnate the she, he shafting, Shiva shafting devil of you, okay? Now, what happens is over a volume of time, through this negativity being produced by you from your mind, through your body to the world, it's the bad way, evil way, sinful way of you. And it's just negative decay on the here and now shape, form, and mass of you being good as truth, coming back more positive than negative. And in reality check, it's absolute suicide. Anybody who's ever died, and they've ever died a faithful way, right, has done it one way and one way only. They only did not bring their lives and their bodies and their matter back more positive than negative, always to be good as truth. And in reality check, right, that is the devil of all things, right, of mankind. That is the hells of them. And if you die, right, of that negative, hellish, devilish way, right, you only die to the negative of you being here and now good as truth, with the devilish hells of you infinitely forever, man. Because never again will your matter exist for who you are. You see, this is an incarnation for you, man, to be good with God as truth, not a reincarnation, man. Listen to me. All those people who's ever died before you, they will never be back. All they are is lost to static, twisted, scattered, undefined matter, man, to a bigger, better, evolved state than a negative one with their matter. That is the absolute bigger and better of God, making them good as truth to the reality check of something else. And they will never, ever be them again. And this is what separates us from the animals. I could tell a dog or a monkey, good boy, bad boy, no, stop, don't do that, no, 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 mommy, daddy, simple words. But I will never be able to tell any of those creatures, or any creature on earth outside of a man or a woman, to go do something more positive than negative always. It's the absolute bigger, better of you here and now, good as truth. It's the only way you can add up, stay, or be good as truth to an absolute bigger, better of you here and now, alive and well. You can't suffer out of existence, decay, disintegrate, or die that rightful, truthful way. There's not a bomb that can kill you. There's not a black hole that can consume you. And there's nothing so destructive that will ever destroy you, man. Because in reality check, when your matter is only bonding more positive than negative always, everything you are of atoms crossing and bonding is indestructible fiber to reality check. And that is why I'm your king. That's why I'm the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords of all, God, truth, reality check. And until you state rightfully, truthfully, to the good God and truth of all, reality check I am, you bring what you are of negatives back to a more positive, good reality as truth of you, only crossing to an absolute bigger and better of you. The only way you can add up, stay, or be good as truth, I can't say it enough, right? You are only living a faithful lie that is killing you. It's an absolute lack of knowledge, and it's an immature, biased way consuming you to one neutral nothing. Because look, anywhere it's not more positive, good as truth, it's just negative. And in reality check, if you can't make a decision, right, that's bigger and better than stating people bad, evil, sinful ways, well, in reality check, you won't make it. You're too unevolved. You see, you only understand what them dumb animals do, and them dumb animals will never be a man or a woman, and they will never be able to articulate all creation of existence to the absolute bigger, better, here and now their matter, because they weren't created for it. We were, and I'll be the God King, Adam man first evolved, the triple male of that, because in reality check, all of all else is just the dying world committing suicide, faith, bias to what's good as truth all around it. And this world and this creation, man, right, it has no mind of its own. Without a man or a woman bringing it back more positive than negative always, right? Like antibodies, right, to a cell that's damaged, right? All we are is Antichrist with matter from our minds to the body to the world, man. And it's the disease, the decay of everything that isn't more positive than negative. That is the negative of it. You can see it in all God, truth, reality check. If you just stop and take a sober look at it. That's a fact of God check from the full thief man. God King, rightful King of all creation of existence. Mankind I am. And that's a fact of God check. God, truth, a reality check. Peace.